Hello, Philip here from Facilitate. Today we're going to look at creating two pieces of content for the mining industry. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to create a micro simulation, which is an interactable simulation based on a three-dimensional model that allows learners to get their hands on to a piece of equipment and explore it. So it could be used for procedural learning, equipment familiarization or safety training as well. And then the second piece of content we'll do is we'll do a site tour. Okay, so this is for an induction for, say, new starters to a particular site. It can be a hazard identification focus piece, or it can just be a generic induction as you see fit. So we're just going to have a look at how easy that is to create and facilitate right now. So let's jump into the micro simulation. So we simply go create new here and we load up the creation machine. So micro simulation is, as I said, it's just a three-dimensional model that's been added. You've had a value add process, if you like, using the Facilitate creation tool, and you can add labels and interactive elements to it. That turns it into a full learning experience as opposed to just a model. So first we upload our model, which we've done here. This is a Caterpillar D9 bulldozer, and we select the environment in which the model is placed in. We've got a set of pre-created environments here. And then we just set the scale and the position of the model here. So pretty simple stuff. Just clicking next and working through it using the sliders here, to change the orientation. The learner can move around this environment freely, but just this is a starting position. And you can set the height of the model. So in this case, obviously we want it on the ground. And then that's it, finish setup. And there we go. There's our model ready to be added. Great. So first thing we might just do is jump into preview and just get a feel for what it looks like right now. So this is what the learner will see, this preview mode. And there we go. There's our D9 bulldozer sitting the way we want it. If it didn't sit the way we want, we could just go back to those menus and change that. But let's add some interactive elements. So we're going to make a free-to-explore micro-simulation. So as opposed to following a set of steps for a procedure, they're just going to be free to remove parts of the model as they see fit. And so what we do here is we simply click on the components of the model that we want to add an action to. So in this case, we've selected the blade and we've selected the free move action. The free move action just allows a person to remove that and manipulate that part of the model and take it off or put it back on, as it were. Now we'll add that to the control arms as well and to the tracks, and we'll do the same thing. So we've got a couple of elements that they can remove from the machine itself. So let's jump into preview again, just have a quick look what that looks like. So here we are, here's our model again. So this time we're removing the elements. There we go, there's the blade, there's the control arms, and we can grab the tracks here as well. And you can see how that all explodes out. Or you could start it in the exploded out position and get the learner to put it back together. Let's add some labels. Cool. So we've clicked on the hydraulic rams for the rippers here, and we're just adding a label to that. Pretty simple. Click on the cabin. Again, insert label, and this time we'll add an image. So we'll just go to add image and we'll upload that. So now we've got an image and a label as well for that component. You can also add more of a description here as well. So this is where you add the learning information that you require for the learner to interact with. So let's have another look. Again, we've got our free moves here, but you'll see the labels popping up, and there's our image, right? So this shows the inside of the cab. So starting to mix the two modalities of 2D images and 3D models here. And then we see our rippers, and there's the hydraulic rams. And again, we can make those components removable in this case, or you could just have the label without the free move. And so here you go. You can see how easy that was to create. And then publishing, simply generate a browser link, and anyone can use that link and open it in the browser and have that experience that you've just seen. So that's our micro simulation. So let's move on to the site induction we talked about. So we call these 360 scenarios. And again, same procedure. Just go to your library there. We click 360 scenarios, and then we simply go create new and create from scratch. Now this allows us to do really effective onboarding. So we go to create new scene and we select the images, the 360 images or videos that we have for our location. So in this case we've got the maintenance depot here, and here we are inside this image. And now we can look around this image and we can decide where we want to put the interactive elements. So the first one we'll put down here is just a waypoint. So this is a way of linking two images together. And we'll have that go into the workshop. So the learner can then click on that and they go into the workshop and have a look at that. Again, we can customize all aspects of the hotspot here. We'll just make it red so it's nice and obvious. And we'll just change the orientation of the little arrow there so it's pointing in a meaningful direction. Great, now let's add some more information here. So the first thing was we'll just have a little bit of a welcome text. And so we can write that out here just in a simple text format. Customize that a little bit. We can change the color of the text box. We can make it as an overlay, so it's just a nice piece of text there. So as soon as they load in, they can see that. And we can change the starting and end time of when it shows, so it doesn't stay there the whole time. After they've read it, it'll disappear. Let's add another little hotspot here. Again, we'll just put in a little bit more text here, a bit of guidance for the learners. In this case, have a look around, get familiar with the layout. And the open pit. Open cut pit is to your left. Great, so we'll have that as a hotspot. We just change the icon here a little bit. So we're going to put a little eye here, so it's well understood as the information icon. Just make that a little bit bigger and put the other one on top. There we go, lovely. So now the learner can come in and can click on that and they've got a bit of guidance as to what to do. So we'll add a little bit more information here. So we've got our trucks here, our haul trucks. So we want to ask a question around these just to engage the learner a little bit. So we just go to question type as a hotspot and we just simply enter that question in up the top in the text and the response options down the bottom and select the correct option. We're also going to add a little image here and there we go, save changes and there we go. There's our image and our question, our response options ready to go. Cool, so let's jump into preview. Always have a quick look, see what it looks like. Yep. That all looks pretty good. So there's our waypoint, our open pit. There's our question that's popping up. And there's a response, and you can see the correct and incorrect. And there's our waypoint to the workshop. And now here's the workshop. And again, we'd repeat the process here by adding interactive elements in the workshop and so forth. And then we build that experience. So now we've done that, let's put those two together into one experience. So we had our micro simulation with the bulldozer, and now we have our onboarding induction tour here. So we simply just drag these assets once they're created into an experience, and you can see here we've got a couple of questions as well, and we've made a full learning experience out of just a number of separate experiences. We can give it a title and then bang, hit publish. We can export it as a SCORM packet, but in this case we'll just publish it through the VR application here. Select when you want to publish it, where the learning space is. You don't have to have a learning space, they can load straight into the experience. And then simply hit publish and you'll get a code and that can be put into the headset and that'll be ready to go. So that's it. That's how easy it is, really quick and easy to create quite complex multi-modality content. So three-dimensional model-based content and 360 imagery-based content. Very easy with Facilitate. So look, if this is of interest to you, please reach out. I'm more than happy to do a more customized demo, customized to your needs, and answer any questions you've got. Thanks, guys.